Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Guess what? It's Monty and I am your crypto nerd. And today we got things popping with the Poppin Puffins. We're going to talk to Lil Locke. We're going to talk to the Oliphants, and we're going to figure out why they decided to join the ALGO fam. The NFT community is growing. Stay tuned. All right, gentlemen, welcome to the channel. I appreciate you, and welcome to the ALGO fam. The Algorand family has grown a little bit stronger. Somebody else's, misfortune is our gain. So I appreciate you joining us and taking the dive and joining a bird-friendly blockchain. How are you gentlemen doing today?
Great, man. Yeah, good to be here. Thanks a lot. Great to meet you, and excited to chat today.
Yes. I'm super stoked that you guys have decided in the last, it seems like 48 hours. It's been a whirlwind of 48 hours for you, huh?
Yeah, 48 hours ago, we were dead, left in the streets, in the gutter. We didn't have a home because we were on Terra, and as everyone probably knows, there was a meltdown. It was
Yeah.
just the entire chain was nuked, and basically there's all of these NFT refugees, projects without a home, and just like a week of devastation. But we've met some people that were talking to us about Algorand, and it just snowballed within 24 hours, 48 hours, and we already have met so many people and learned so much about Algorand, and we made a decision. We made a fast decision, but right now it feels like the right decision to come over to Algorand and start something fresh. So
Excellent.
crazy.
Well, it's a big decision, but it didn't need to be a difficult one. I imagine once you started talking to the community, like you said, you were able to make that decision relatively quickly. Talk to me real quick about that firestorm that was Terra, like on the way down. Like, what is that thought process like? What's going through your head over, what was, a very quick decline?
Oh my God. I've never experienced anything like that. I've been in crypto like tangentially and since 2013, just because a lot of friends. I didn't buy anything until 2017,
Me too.
and experienced a few crashes and stuff. But I think there's never been anything like what happened last week. A top tier coin just going to zero in a few days.
Yeah.
Um,
Poof.
and liquidating the dreams and hopes of thousands of regular people. I mean, never mind the whales that lost millions. I mean, we had people who had put their entire life savings into a savings account that generated 20% interest on Anchor, and it was promoted as this safe place to put your money, and it just got liquidated, and they lost everything. And you had people committing suicide on Twitter, or or at least saying they were going to. And it was just like, it's heartbreaking. And there were all these Twitter spaces going where people were just like shocked, and it just felt like a dream. Like it was literally like a metaverse nuclear war. And on the way down, as a project, like other projects, we invested more. We had our treasury in Luna, and because we were invested in the ecosystem, it was an investment in ourselves in a way. If Luna goes down, then we go down. It's either 0 or 1,000.
Yeah.
And so on the way down, we bought more. Right, we invested our treasury, and our community was in favor of that. They were like, let's 20% discount. This is a great opportunity. 50% discount. Well, that's a great opportunity. On Tuesday or Monday, on Monday, I forget which day it was exactly, but it started to look, okay, this is really weird,
All a blur.
crazy. It's not stopping. It's when you update your charts, everything squishes down because the one candle is like, 60% down. And you're just like, when is this going to come back? And people are like, if you believe in Luna, you got to buy now. If you believe in UST, you got to buy now. And it was just like, and at some point,
It's good money after bad.
Exactly. And you're kind of making a bet, but just like it never happened before. So, I mean, you don't have that.
Unprecedented.
Yeah.
100%. So
Yeah.
you're watching this just burn to the ground, all of your hard work. At some point in time, you throw in the towel and you think, okay, this is it. We're gonna have to turn the Puffin into a phoenix, right? We're gonna have to rise from the ashes.
A
You should make
phoenix.
that, by the way. You should definitely make, like, some type of a phoenix version along the way, just to say, hey, we've risen from the ashes. What was the
Yeah, we
thought
were thinking
process though?
about that too.
Were you?
Just
All right, that's
Oliphants.
excellent.
yeah.
Okay, we're discussing traits, I guess, now, but Oliphants, for the Algorand collection, we want to do some super special traits kind of in the collection to refresh it a bit and give the ALGO community something that's different and that we didn't have before. And I think Phoenix, work with that. Oliphants is the artist here, amazing artist. So write that one down.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Developing traits live on air. That's always good.
There
exactly.
we go.
Like now we're gonna make like a phoenix puffin.
I love
Great
it.
idea.
I love it. So, Oliphants, you're the artist. Lilac, you handle the business, the PR stuff. What are the actual roles here for us? Break that down for us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, me and Oliphants go way back. Actually, we've done a lot of, in the real world, we did a lot of like branding, graphic design, some advertising, just various projects now and then. And we started the Poppin Puffins back in, I guess, last August, because we were working in Iceland. So yeah, I'm more like marketing strategy, creative development, creative direction. I'm also like an artist, but more like a musician, as well as kind of
Cool.
yeah,
All right.
live performing and stuff. But that's in my past. So like, I love, I understand how to communicate with artists, and Oliphants is an amazing artist, graffiti artist, illustrator. And yeah, we just got together and did this collection as more of an art project, and it turned into something much bigger.
Excellent. I love it. Who reached out to you from Algorand first? What was your first exposure? Like, okay, very easy. We get our blinders on, and we don't talk to a lot of folks from other blockchains typically. How did you get Algorand on your radar?
It's funny, like there are a few people who claim that they were the ones who introduced us to Algorand in our comments. I don't remember who specifically. It was such a whirlwind, but we had some comments in our tweets that were like, check out Algorand, or you're welcome to come to the Algo fam. And from there, I was just in like such a daze. I was just like writing people like, hey, tell me more, who should we talk to? So it's hard to trace back to that original comment. I don't remember, but I talked to I don't know who I can say on air, or I mean, I think all the names that I know are
Twitter handles are always safe.
Twitter handles, yeah, like Agash.
Oh, yep.
And Kraken.
Yep.
From Rand. And I think they were really quick.
Agash is from he does a lot of things. His PFP is an Algorand, I think, right now. He also works with Zest Capital, a large DAO, like DAO in a box type of a program, and he helps out a lot in the NFT community, and super smart.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because he's already helped us a lot in the last 24 hours. So we already got kind of our mint moving forward, beautiful. So that's amazing. And yeah, obviously the guy who introduced us to you, I forget his
Mr.
name
Blue Sky.
Exactly. Mr. Blue Sky, exactly. Yep. We talked with him. He was the first person we talked to actually live, and he just took a quick call. That was really nice of him, and just like gave us kind of a crash course.
Yeah, he's our community manager, and he's honestly like he's just Algorand's community manager. He's associated with a couple of projects, but he is everybody. Like, he belongs to the ecosystem, so he's everywhere all the time.
Yeah, that's at the beginning. Literally, we were just talking. We had no idea where anyone was coming from. We're like, so what are you doing exactly? Like, a community manager, or you're from this marketplace? Like, how does it work? Like, who are we talking to? And
and we all know each other.
So
we've all. It's kind of it's a big community, but it's at the same time it's really close knit too. So Kraken, they helped us with our NFT project, which was with a partnership with a company called Climate Trade. We raised carbon credits, but they arranged it so that the distribution of funds was automatic. It didn't have to like change custody, and helped us jump through a bunch of hoops and guided us through the process. So we have had firsthand interaction with those folks as well, and they have been incredibly accommodating. I'm not a technical person at all, And I have had that same experience where everybody just is like, hey, we'll help you out. We'll help you figure this out. We'll jump through these hoops with you. And here's this tutorial. I've seen firsthand how welcoming the community can be. It's fantastic. I'd like to take a look at some of the artwork now, if you don't mind. Can we pull that up?
Yeah, I mean, in the end, we're really an art-focused project because really, Oliphants is an incredible graffiti artist, and that's our background, and that's how we started. We were selling art on other chains like Ethereum and Tezos, and we love creating. So we're definitely a creator-based group. We're not like a financial-focused group. We're not.
Right.
There's different cultures of different collections, and we're really like an art kind of media focused group. I think this here is this is our Terra marketplace. As you can see, the prices are a bit insane. What do we have here? A million Luna.
Yeah. Yeah.
For a Puffin. That used to be a lot. They used to be a few $1 billion or something.
Yeah. Right.
So yeah, this is our core collection. This is our original launch here on Terra, and so we just got a lot of great characters. They're kind of great, young and old, male, female. They're not really kind of our goal was like to create this collection that like everyone could love and find a Puffin that kind of fit their personality. And we got some crazy traits. We have like some more risque traits, but also some like very fun and family friendly traits. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So
why the Puffin?
Here.
What drew your attention that direction in the first place?
Oliphants, why don't you take that one?
Yeah, well, we both are like big bird lovers. So that's something really great. And Lil Ark and me both work a lot in Iceland. And as you all well know, the Puffin and Iceland is really connected. And I made like a couple of Puffins, like just like for fun, and like show them to Lil Ark, and he was so enthusiastic about this, and like he said like, oh, we should do more with this, and that's why we choose like the Puffin as our main project, I think.
I love it.
And
I think he looks dope.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and there were no other like of course, like a lot of people are confusing us with penguins, and that's one of our first rules. Actually, we're not penguins. And I think we try to be different all the time, and I think that the Puffins are different, and that's why we have the Puffins.
Okay, talk to me about the collection. How many are released right now on Terra? What's your plan to migrate over to Algorand? And how does that process work? I know you've talked to some folks behind the scenes about, you've got your mint already going on. So what does that look like?
Yeah, so we have, I guess, 5,000. It depends how we do it, really, because we have the old holders from Terra, and we want to make them whole. That's important because the Puffins have been thrown into the volcano on Terra, and we have this new home, this new island on Algorand, and we want to give them the same Puffin. So we've, like you said, we came to like the developers, like with Rand, and had this problem. And we're like, how can we give the same Puffin to our holders? And they helped us. They're helping us to find a solution. So that's really cool that they're working to create this path to go one-to-one. So that's the first thing, to give everyone who comes over from Terra, to bring a community, bring people over from Terra, create an Algorand wallet, match it up with their Terra wallet, and give them the same Puffins that they have. And then the remaining Puffins will be like, I guess, basically like the unclaimed Puffins, as well as the other Puffins that we do have. So that's the thing, right? We were on Terra and there were like 9,000 Puffins.
Yeah.
And maybe on Algorand there's a smaller pool of liquidity of users. So we do need to like think about that final number. Whatever that number is, it will be the number of the collection, right? But I guess probably between 5,000 to 9,000, depending on how many people do come over from Terra. Right. But hopefully we get a good amount of people coming over to get those one-on-one Puffins and just increase the pie on Algorand in general.
The people coming over, they're coming for the NFT so they can kind of reclaim it, but they may not have a lot of fiat left to reinvest, after what happened. So they may need to rebuild a little bit.
That's true. Yeah, that is the difficult thing too, because people are burnt, and it might take some time to recover, and to want to buy an NFT and to take that risk. The interesting thing is that the NFTs on Terra actually retain their value. If you look at the actual prices on a lot of the NFTs, Luna went down 100%, but the NFTs went down 80 to 90%. And you think that's still bad, but to be honest, that's pretty good considering that the whole entire ecosystem went to zero and that you could still sell these NFTs for a few $100s. So it's interesting. That's an interesting case study, but we want to make our community whole from Terra. We want to give Algorand people something. We don't just want to all right, here's a collection. We're done. It's on another chain. Goodbye. We actually want to start again, right? Develop this project and do cool stuff. And we have all these ideas, and we want to continue that roadmap on Algorand. And we want Algorand, the Algo fan, to enjoy, the project and to buy a Puffin and be part of the community. And then we in turn will give back to the community, because I feel like that collaboration is really something specific, something unique on Algorand, that there is a very collaborative spirit. So I feel like we're in the right place, and
really is.
We'll have some new traits and some new kind of signature Puffins that we're going to throw in to make the collection a little extra special. And that's what we're working on right now as well. Just some kind of new special elements that can take the collection to the next level, but keep it, that core Puffin art, keep it.
I love it
how it is, because we spent a lot of time, and we spent months and months designing I think we spent a month, right, Oliphants? I think we spent a month on the beak.
Yeah, just the beak was a month,
and then a lot of attention to detail.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just the curve
1 month
of the beak,
1 month
10,000 curves.
This interview for me is so bittersweet, because on one hand, it's just incredibly heartbreaking to see what has happened to that community and how many people got burned, and how many people are just going to leave blockchain crypto altogether because of what happened there. They're just going to get turned off, and they're going to, talk to their friends and family, and it's just going to leave a bad taste in their mouth. But on the other hand, I'm incredibly happy and grateful and amazed that you were resilient enough to kind of step out and rebuild. And there's a success story there, but it comes on the heels of some terrible news. So it's kind of we got both going on here. How is your Discord community and your community in general, impacted? What's the feedback been? What's that process? What's the conversation like in your Discord channels?
Yeah, I mean, some people disappeared, which is sad, because you just don't know where they are. But I hope most of them are just taking a break and staying healthy and figuring things out. Some people were, a lot of people were like, go to Sol, go to Algorand, don't go anywhere, wait for Terra, and a lot of opinions about what to do. And when we decided to go to Algorand, no one was angry, and no one complained, and a lot of people were enthusiastic, especially because all the Algo fam kind of invaded our Discord and started to be really enthusiastic, and bring a positive energy. I think
and helpful, exactly, creating wallets, helping creating wallets, sending us the first ALGO to. And sending us NFTs, and that's the spirit of our community as well. Our community, first of all, I think a big shout out to them, because because of them, we are having the energy to continue. So and now with this new step with the Algo fam, it really feels like a family. So I'm happy with this push of them to continue, and that we find the energy to continue.
I think it's great. So what kind of time frame are you looking at for making all of this reality, figuring out how to do your 1-for-1 swaps, and then releasing a few new traits and items to the Algorand chain? What's that turnaround look like?
Yeah, I mean, want to give enough time for people on Terra to kind of link up their wallet addresses. So I think that's at least a week to give people enough time. And then we want to make sure that the art and the traits are really good. Something we really want to do is talk to other communities as well in the next few days, and get like a trait from each community that would be really cool to put in the collection, and throw a few kind of custom rare traits into the collection from other communities. So we want to, that's probably also like what we want to do this week.
Sure.
And then it's a matter of yeah, I guess just making sure everything is you know, there's no bugs in the code and the metadata and everything. And I guess then it's just a matter of the how I'm still not 100% sure how the mint process usually goes on Algorand, in terms of like, you know, the how launches go and kind of what people expect. And I think that's what we'll talk about in the next few days, with like Rand Marketplace or other people like like yourself, or try to.
Yeah, it's definitely
and
evolved for sure over the last, year and a half. I think maybe my first NFT on Algorand was maybe a year ago, I want to say.
Oh,
And
wow.
at that point in time, I think they were dropped in like phases, and there were auctions. A lot of times, Rand was very popular for reverse auctions. And then they started doing shuffles. And when I first started, there were a lot of like duplicates. So I think our very first NFTs were a lot of like 3 of 3s, 5 of 5s.
Right.
And now everything's really 1 of 1. And there's a lot more added utility and memberships. And if you've got this one, maybe you can stake it. You can earn some of this coin or that coin. There's a lot of other interactivity that goes on now. Or if you own this now, you gain access to this other project as well, like an early access, something like that. There's a lot of collaboration that goes on behind the scenes now, I've noticed, which is great to see.
Yeah, I mean, that's something. I think there's a project called Acorn or Squirrels.
Yep, Squirrels. Yeah.
I think. Yeah, and I think they have some staking functionality, and I think we'll be speaking with them. And I think that's kind of stuff we're really interested in, that we can do right out of the gates. Because if that functionality is there, that we could just integrate and, for example, figure out like a staking utility for the Puffins on Algorand, and just integrate as much as possible. And obviously, it's a lot of experimentation, all of this stuff, like what we're doing now, right? Is all of us are experimenting and figuring out how this is going to work for the mainstream in 10 years or something. Maybe sooner. But so yeah, that's why we're keen to get involved and work on projects and be part of the community and everything.
I feel like 10 years in a normal industry is like 10 months in the NFT space. Like the amount of innovation that has happened over the last just year has been astounding, as far as on the Algorand blockchain anyway. So a lot has happened. Feel free to use the KryptoNurd logo anywhere you want to, by the way. So you can incorporate that nerd herd in any Puffins.
Nerd herd.
The nerd herd. Yep. So
we got to do it. Well, yeah, we got to make you a signature Puffin.
There we go. I would love that.
Do you already have like a signature NFT of yourself?
Yeah.
Or can we be the first one?
I mean, we have one we did with Climate Trade. It's sort of just a caricature of us, but I'll send you all the stuff that we've got so far. And feel free to do whatever you want to with it. Get as creative as you'd like. We would encourage you, and of course, send all of our audience over there to go check it out and follow your project and watch it grow. I think it's going to be amazing. And I appreciate you doing this all in the public eye, because you made that decision very publicly. Your Twitter account is followed now by hundreds of the same people that I follow. The interaction has been fantastic. You said your Discord got inundated, and you didn't have to do all of that publicly. You could have pulled that all offline, had conversations between yourself, and just kind of reemerged. But you kind of let us go along the journey with you, which is exciting, because now everybody's kind of invested. Like, oh shoot, we've got this project now. It's like now like it's like all of Algorand has this little like Puffin eggs. You know what I mean? We just can't wait to see what happens, and we're just taking turns checking it out.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, it's been amazing and overwhelming in a way, and we love it. And I think that's one thing we learned on Terra at the beginning, because we're artists that are very kind of perfectionists. We want everything to be perfect before we release it, but we realized in the last few months that it was just better to build in public. There's a lot of, it's scary
Mm-hmm.
to do that, especially when you have like, you're kind of a, you don't have the self-confidence of your, you don't want to show things until they're ready, right? But we started to build more in public, and I think that's one thing we can do on Algorand from the get-go. One of those lessons we learned is let's just more communication, building more in public. Let's just be proud of the decisions we're making and go forward and make sure everyone's involved, and not be scared to like, show our faults and show things before they're launched. It's kind of a philosophy, and I hope it's the right way to go. So far so good. And throwing Algorand out there, just like, hey, we're going to Algorand and we're super happy. Here's why. And maybe these reasons are good, maybe they're bad. Let us know what you think. And I think it's worked for us so far. So we're going to keep building in public and talking to people. That's
beautiful.
It's key.
Well, I think those are good words to end with. Lil Oliphants, I can't wait to see what happens next here for you. I know my audience is excited for it as well. I, for one, am very appreciative of you having that philosophy. We're just going to build in the public and let us know. And it feels like we get to have a sneak peek behind the scenes from something that's really cool that's happening here. So we're going to follow this journey along with you. And I hope you'll join us back on the show here in the near future, maybe as the launch gets closer, or as new traits come out, or utility, that type of thing. We'd love to have you back on the show. Okay.
Lots to talk
awesome.
about.
Thank you so much.
Back, man. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah,
all right, everybody out there,
much.
Stay safe. Lil Oliphants, hang back for just a minute. Everybody else, have a great day. And I am, as always, your crypto nerd.
Awk, awk, awk.